Oh, let's go. Come here. Come here. Say hi to the people. Come here. Come on. Hey, come here. This is Copper. This is Copper. Welcome to the live stream. Hold on. Look at the people. Welcome to the live stream, my dudes. If you got any questions, got any vibes, you want to say hi to the doggo. Rawr. He's a lover. Let me kick him out real quick. Come on. You gotta go. Come on. Go, boy. Go, go. Okay, that's not how that's definitely not how I thought this live stream was gonna start. But what's up, my dudes? We're doing a 3 o'clock live stream. Hopefully you guys are doing amazing. Definitely let me know in the comments below if you got questions, comments, concerns. Hit me up. This is definitely the opportunity to come vibe, hang out, vibe, do ask questions about boards, boots, bindings, goggles, snowboard tricks, trips, and stuff. Awesome. Okay, moving some stuff around. Why is my okay, so yeah, can you guys hear me? Let's go, Jonah! Let's go. What's up? Yo, Calvin, what's up, dog? Dude, I saw that video in that jacket. Dude, I appreciate you. Appreciate you picking up some gear, dude. And I'm so pumped on the jackets. So pumped on them, dude. I've been wearing them, and I'm like, I know that like freaking tech hoodies are sick, but I've been like super hyped on riding and vibing in those winter jackets. So, but definitely been stoked. Jose Batista, what's up, dude? So yeah, definitely excited about changing it up a little bit this year. So I'm trying out this 3 o'clock thing just to try to see if we can get some people, some different people in the chat. And for me, like doing live streams at like 7 p.m. my time, I get so amped up and hyped, and it might go for 2 hours and then trying to get to bed a little different. But also wanted to also poach Avron's time, because Avron, like Angry Snowboarder, does like 3 o'clock, and I was like, you know what? Let's try to like switch it up a little bit, try to poach what he's doing. But he's a different day, so I'm actually not poaching, but we're vibing. So if you got any questions, definitely let me know in the chat, because we're gonna be hanging out, vibing, and as people are hanging out, chitting, chatting, vibing, we're definitely gonna be sticking around. Also, if you want to help support the channel, to click the link in the chat, because that donation link is going to give me I see more of the dollar. So then if you're like, oh, I'm going to give you $1, well then usually like YouTube takes like a decent amount of it. So like I'm trying to like, it's just like, you see, I get more of your dollar that you're giving away, so I do appreciate that. Anytime you guys do donate, you're going to get a chance to win some stickers. Look at this, we got stickers. I got my notepad. I got my I'm ready to go. We're ready to vibe. So I appreciate any donations and yeah, vibes. And we got Jacob McLean with a freaking level 1 membership, dude. Let's freaking go. I appreciate that so much. And then yeah, we're vibing. We're pretty excited. Winter is coming up. Winter's coming up. So for some people has already started. Some people it hasn't started. So definitely pretty freaking cool. And I'm actually going to text my wife. Dude, I'm trying out a new snowboard. Let's see if she can bring it to me. Because, hey, comma, can you bring me my snowboard, question mark, please, question mark? I love voice to text. Oh, it's the greatest thing ever. The one that's in the hallway. I totally meant to, like, bring it, but totally didn't. And then maybe we can introduce the wifey. All right, so then... So yeah, winter's coming, winter's showing up. In this live stream, we're going to be doing a couple different things. I was thinking that we answer some of your guys' questions. We're going to talk about some new gear, as well as, oh, thank you. You want to say hi to the people? You want to say hello? She doesn't want to say hi. How cute. Okay, she's going to magically bring my snowboard. The dog did. The dog came in, and he just got on my lap, and I was like, this is not expected. Thank you. Okay, so oh my gosh, we just got a $100 donation. Dude, Calvin, what are you doing? We are not ready for this whatsoever. What are we doing? That probably sounded staged. Like, hey, wife, come in here. And then she's like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, $100 donation. She's like, you're lying. I'm like, you're not. Dude, Calvin, let's go with a $100 donation, dude. So the sickest thing is like, so Calvin/Vu was on, so he was at Keystone the other day. And the first time I ever met Vu was, I was making a video and I looked over and the dude had the Benetech Tech hoodie burgundy and he had goggles and I was like, I'm gonna go hype up this dude. Like, thank you so much. Like, high fives, vibes. Look, what's up, dude? And I saw him at Keystone just a couple days ago and I was like, he was like with his friends and I was like, no way. Like, I got to like meet his friends, high five, and then an embarrassing thing happened. I was like, it's so funny. I was trying to do a cartwheel off this thing and absolutely cartwheeled, landed, and then just like fell over. And he's like filming with an Insta360 and absolutely got it. And I was like, ah, but it was pretty funny. It was definitely like a vibe. So definitely stoked. And $100 donation, dude. Let's freaking go. Hope to see you on the mountain. Oh wait, hold on. Why is this being weird? Why is this being weird? I don't know why that did that. Hold on. I appreciate the donation, dude. Let's freaking go. I don't know if you just had a comment on there because the comments are like a little broken right now. Let's freaking go. Regardless, dude, this guy's a freaking legend. Let's go ahead and pop in the spin to win. We might be doing like some beanie giveaways or something. That could be really cool. Let's go. Ah, dang it. Nothing on the spin, but I freaking appreciate that. Let's go, dude. But yeah, so I met him and then I ate it and then we're vibing for sure. Coy Walker, he says, what's up everybody? What's up everybody? He says, says, what hill can we find you on this week? So I'm going to be riding most likely Keystone tomorrow from 9 to 12, Copper 9 to 12 on Thursday, and then to be announced on Friday. I'm trying this thing where I'm taking care of my body this year because I've had 2 hip surgeries and I'm still pretty miserable. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do Friday, and I might just do like a little bit tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be like riding all that much, to be honest, just because my hip's like blown out, but it's all right. Tommy just saying hello. Hope to see you when I'm at Copper this week. So y'all be at Copper on Thursday. Just so you know, I'm most likely at the park chair. Just saying. And we're gonna give that was a terrible spin, but oh dang it, we're gonna do another spin because I feel like that was absolutely terrible and I'm going the wrong way. Sounds way better, doesn't it? Let's go. I'm gonna have the wifey reconfigure these. Yo, you just want a sticker, dude. Shoot me a DM on your Instagram and I can ship out your sticker, but I'm gonna write your name down here. I got your name. I'm gonna write it down with Eric. Dude, let's go. E-I-N. I totally just butchered that. Okay, sticker. Okay, we're flipping this paper over. We're flipping the sticker. Stoke. We got to ship these, okay? Woo, ship. Okay, we got Eric. Let's go. I'm going to make sure we write this down. And then, yeah, just... Oh, sticker. Let's go, dude. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, and then I can just get your address, and then I'll ship these out. And I have like a couple different stickers that the tape is athletic tape to write notes on, so we can like stick it stuff. But we got a bunch of like stickers. We're gonna be reconfiguring the stickers here shortly, because we got like. I need some new stickers. We need some sick new sticker designs, get people freaking hyped on stickers. And then I have a sticker machine at my house, and I might as well just make a bunch of different stickers, so that could be really cool. Let's go back in here. We got Jose Bautista in the house. Let's go. Vet, what up, dog? How we doing? Speed's fun. Yo, what's up, dude? Dude, is that a freaking snowmobile profile picture? Love to see it. Then we also got Jono. Jono, what's up, dude? Is this hour better for you? Because it's not like 1 o'clock in the morning? Because that was pretty gnarly in the past. Coach, what up? Hey, Tommy, I have a GNU Hyper and bought a Solomon dance hall. I'm on the East Coast. Which days do I bring out the verses? Oh, man, that is not a question for me. So one big thing that I don't do is product reviews. I don't ride a lot of products. I essentially ride one board and I stick to one board. So I don't have a lot of experience on other boards. Plus, I don't want to lie to you and be like, oh, this board versus this board. Like, I just honestly never rode either of those boards. So, like, getting an information from me would just be an absolute BS fest. So then I would say check out Angry Snowboarder's channel or Board Archive. Those dudes do a lot more product reviews. You can type in the names of the boards. Dance Hall, Solomon, obviously, and the new board. Check those out. I would do that, but any answer I give you would absolutely just be a lie. Like, I'd rather just be like honest and straightforward and not just shenanigan, you know. Clint, what up, 40-year-old back into boarding after 20 years? Let's go. Okay. Doing fine, but I can't land my jumps. Using a pure flat board would camber help. I need some help sticking to landing, LOL, either overbalance or windmill. Okay, cool. Here's a couple different things that I want to chickadee chat about. Give me one moment. Let me reorganize my life. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let's go to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the YouTubular channel. Here's a couple different resources for you. Okay, we're going to scoot. Oh, I totally butchered this earlier. There we go. That was absolutely wrong. So go over here and over here. There we go. So if you just go into like Tommy Bennett, just go Tommy Bennett jump. So then how to hit jumps, there's gonna be some really good resources. The second video, actually, this one right here, this video is really good. And I'm gonna click on it, but I'm gonna mute it because you guys can hear it. So this video, I break down the most common mistakes. I bet even though you have a flat camber board, you can still land stuff. Now, you have to be more precise with your balance and your movement to have success, but it's extremely doable. Like, there's no reason you shouldn't be landing it other than bad body position. So that's number one. Could camber help? Yes. I actually made a video about park today, and part of the reason I love camber boards because it's actually going to increase your chances of landing. So could you get a camber board? Yes, it's actually going to help. But you still got to really understand the fundamentals of the body positions to be taking off. Now, we're just going to watch a little bit of this. Boom. One thing to note here, I'm going to go back. Notice my body position as I take off and as I land. So this is going to be like a really good opportunity for us to geek out. Speed, let's go 50%. Okay, I'm going to pause it a little bit. Okay, right here, you're going to notice that both of my knees are bent about equally. You're going to notice that my hips are bent, my shoulders are pointed at the lip, and my eyes are looking at the lip. Most times people are going into, most times, I'm going to go like this just because now it looks like I'm looking at the snowboarder. So most times people are in this position are actually having their lead shoulder way too open. So the problem with hitting jumps, if your lead shoulder's open, wherever your shoulders are is where the board wants to go. If I'm taking off the jump and my shoulder is perfectly down the hill, that's where the board wants to go. But if my shoulder is 45 degrees open, where do I want to go? I'm actually going to rotate in the air to my heel side edge every time. Every time, okay? So then that's number one. Watch the shoulder position. Watch the landing position. Okay, my lead shoulder pointed down exactly what I said. My eyes looking down what I said. My weight, I am a little bit more over my back foot than my front foot, but you can tell both knees are bent equally. But watch what happens immediately after I press play. I've shifted my weight to being back centered. Now you're also gonna, there's like a nerdy term. We're gonna notice that my shoulders are parallel to my hips, to my board, and to the slope. When my body, board, and when everything's parallel, that allows me to have weight equally on both feet. If I am not parallel, then that means, let's say my board's even, but the slope's here, where's all my weight? Technically, it's actually in the back seat. Even though my board's flat, it's not flat with the terrain. So I actually want my board, body, and everything to be at the angle of the slope, allowing me to be in this body position right here. Right? Now I'm balanced. This is going to be a game changer. As we move on, we are going to see another jump. It's just like a different trick, a little shifty. But in this video, we got a nice little YouTuber entry. Look at this. Now I absolutely, okay, we're going to pause this just so we can absolutely see like God tier snowboarding right now. I absolutely failed everything intentionally. Let's rewind this. I made a bunch of mistakes so that we could see the mistakes, okay? Now, this is like coming up way too short, knuckling. Oh, dramatic, I know. Now I'm way too backseat, out of control. Now I'm like, oh, rotating, hands down, not awesome, right? Lead shoulder open, spinning out. Like absolutely lost, right? So that is just a couple examples of like bad body position, and then I'm gonna highlight it. So that's number one. Check out Tommy Bennett jumps and you'll find like an incredible amount of resources. But to answer the other initial question is, will it help? Yes. Riding a camber board will absolutely help. Hopefully everybody found value in that because that's why we're here. Let's go. Yeah, Eric is like, Tommy's a guru about the Blossom board. So I've had the same model of Blossom for 3 years, and I actually just got a new snow recently, which is super sick. And I'll talk more about that here in a little bit. Let's see what else we got in here, my dudes. Okay, if you could, okay, Joe Gunn, if you could have done another color of choice for the tech hoodies without having to order a minimum, what color would you do? Going into next season, I think I'm gonna do like a solid black, and then beyond that, I'm not totally sure. So Hillary right now is my like creative director for Benetech, and she is actually the first employee at Benetech that I've hired, which is super cool. So she's in charge of like graphic designs, doing emails. She's in charge of creating banners, creating the designs. So we have like different phases of like stuff that she's working on. And now she's going into like V5 tech hoodies. So if you guys have any suggestions on colorways that you absolutely love, let me know in the comments here, or shoot me a DM. But we're going to be doing a bunch of new designs, and then we're going to be launching a 30 one of one. So essentially a one of one is like, this is the jacket that Hillary designed that's super cool, and we want to see it in person. And then out of the 30 designs, I'm going to keep 5 of them that are going to go to market the next year, and the next 25 are going to get sold as one of ones, because maybe like, I don't know if the mass population will love it, but I know one person will love it. And then what's cool about that is, imagine like in 5, 10, 20 years, we had this, like our Benetech absolutely blows up, and you have a hoodie that is never been made. You have a one of one. And then maybe in a long time, like imagine if like Patagonia, North Face, Arc'teryx did that in the beginning. Like you can get in on buying one of ones that will never get made, which I think is just like a cool, unique thing that we can do. Plus it also helps like on financially, the samples cost a lot of money. So then I'm able to create samples, see what they look like, and then sell them as a one of one, which is a cool experience. And then I break even on my samples, and then I can at least get samples, test everything out, break even, and it's not for profit, but at least I get to cover costs on trying 30 new hoodies. And then this year we're going to be coming out with pants, so I'm like super freaking stoked on that too. So there's a lot of like little business things that I'm trying to implement, because like at the end of the day, it's a privately owned company. It's my dollar, it's my pocket that everything comes out of, so trying to be smart. So Joe, I don't know if I actually have an answer for you. Disarm FPV. Just bought my first snowboard. Burton Process with Cartel Reflexes. What do you think? Burton Process. Great classic board. Cartels. I'm going to have to say, you made the right choice with going Reflex versus EST. I love the Reflexes, and I actually have rode the Reflex Cartels for the last 6 years. Every year I would just get a new binding. The last couple of years I've like not, but those bindings are incredible. You made a great choice. And I personally love the channel system. I'm a big fan. I enjoy my Blossom. It has an apple on it. Exactly, Eric. It's pretty cool. It's a decent design. The one before, the butterflies, definitely not my gig. So I actually waited a year to get it. And then, yeah, it's pretty sick for sure. Wesley, I'm going snowboarding for the first time. What's your clothing advice? Oh, let's go. Like, what should I wear? What should I buy? Okay, so if you're looking for gear, check out my company, because we literally have some awesome stuff. We have a couple different options for you. I do have a clearance aisle right now with some gear that's going to be like 50% off. It does have like a slight blemish, or like maybe there's like a little dirt spot, and then we like try to wash it, but there's like, so like there's an opportunity to have like like really cheap gear. We also have like brand new stuff that's like super freaking awesome technology. But what I would definitely recommend is you're gonna need a beanie. I personally like these like acrylic beanies that feel soft, a little stretchy, but they're long enough to fold over. The reason why I fold them over is so that I can put like my goggles on, and I put my goggles on, and now I have like an extra cushion up here so that my face is nice and comfortable with my goggles. That's gonna be number one. I definitely recommend you get a hat. I am a big fan of neck tubes or neck gaiters. I actually might just show you this because it might be a little bit easier. Just to like explain some stuff. So as you see here, here's a little bit of a video. I don't know if I can actually pause it, but so here's a little bit of video. There's like some gear in here. You want to, when you're looking for gear in general, you're definitely looking for gear that you're super comfortable with and comfortable in. I don't like gear that is restrictive. I absolutely hate that. So the stuff that I've designed for Benetech is a little bit oversized, just so you can put extra layers in, and it allows you, it allows you to put layers underneath, have the stretch. So we do have like a jacket. If you're looking for like a winter jacket, this thing is actually still on sale. I'm supposed to take the price off, but I'm gonna leave it for like a little bit longer until I'm done with this live stream. If you're looking for a jacket, we have a couple jackets here. Tech hoodies are another good option. We have V3 and a V2, or sorry, V3 and V4. This is our newest one, the V4. Got a couple designs, blah, blah, blah. So you definitely need a jacket. You definitely need some like accessories. Now, I personally like the hat. and I like neck warmers. Neck warmers are going to be like a big deal. You essentially wear this around your neck to keep your face and neck warm, as well as when it's like super cold out, protect your face. And if it's super sunny, you can protect your face. So I would wear it like that. This is reversible. So I would definitely wear beanie, neck, that. You need snowboard pants. Snowboard socks are definitely recommended. I'm a big fan of snowboard socks. Snowboard socks tend to be a little bit thicker, a little bit warmer, but they're longer. And why you want a snowboard sock is because a lot of times you have normal socks. They're not strategically made in a way that stays up. So like a lot of times you go snowboarding and your socks will fall down. They go to the front of your boot. Now your feet are miserable, pissed, and angry because your feet, because you had the wrong sock. So I definitely use socks. So snowboard pants, that kind of stuff. So hopefully I answered your question. Let me know if there's any like things I need to clear up. Dean says socks and socks, like 100%, right? Calvin says, should I land on my heels or my toes? 85% of the time I land tricks, I like to land on my toes. 2 reasons why. I actually talked about this in a live stream last night on TikTok and Instagram, which is kind of funny. When I'm on my heels, it's really easy for our belly button to be really far back here. And what happens when there's a lot of pressure, it's easy for me to slip out. That's number one. Number two, what's not awesome about heels is it's really hard to set an edge in because as you can see here, it's really easy for my board to pivot. So if I'm doing a 360, a 180, jumping off of a rail, it's really easy for me to slide sideways. Either I slip out and fall or I lose all my speed, which means I can't hit the next feature. I came from like a competitive snowboard background. So the whole plan and whole time was to be able to land and be set up for the next trick, because when you're competing, you're doing like lines of 3, lines of 6, depending on kind of what it is. But I would definitely say that. So then when you're on, if I can press my shins against my toes, check this out. Belly button's here, shins against the toes, and I can be here. Notice that I can still be in a balanced position up here, but look how aggressive this toe side edge angle is. Now I'm able to use the ankle as another joint to help absorb. I can use my knees and my hip and even my spine to help absorb. When I'm on my heels, I lose that ankle. So now it's like a little bit harsher, or I have to rely on the joints that are higher up. So by landing on your toes, you actually have a little bit more cushion. And when you're digging your toe in, it's a lot easier to grip the snow and be in a carve, and you're not gonna rotate. It's really hard to skid from this position, versus on your heels, it's really easy to skid. So definitely hope that, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, what else we got? Clint, appreciate the one-on-one education here. Thanks. Ordered the Burton Custom yesterday. No way. Hope it helps. Going to work on my form, and what do you recommend here? I've been riding a vision board from the 90s. I think like you're definitely off to a good like set. If you can just focus on like having a good board and having body positions is gonna pay off more than a new board, but the board's gonna definitely add cherry on top. Okay, so backseat is what I feel like probably looks like. I'll work on that. So also Clint, so like the other thing that I didn't talk about that we could talk about, let's do this real quick, if I can find it. Okay, boom, I am legendary. Okay, so now as far as going back to a jumps real quick, I just wanted to illustrate this position right here. If you notice that my lead shoulder's open, the most likely what's gonna happen next is I'll rotate, okay? I'll rotate, but in addition, if my belly button's already backseat, you can see my belly button's like kind of here, it's gonna be back over the tail. If I press over here, it's really easy to still land there. I'm athletic enough that I landed it, / dramatic enough to still land it, even though be in a bad position. But now imagine this was amplified by 30 feet and I had all this pressure. Imagine 500 pounds of pressure landing just on this back leg. Pretty rough, right? But imagine, so more of the story is if you take off in a neutral position or a balanced position on the takeoff, you're gonna remain balanced in the air and you're gonna remain balanced in the landing. Now compare this position to the last position, you're gonna notice that I'm able to absorb more of the landing with both knees. Now it might be 55 to 60% of weight here, but that also means that I have a significant amount of pressure being absorbed by the lead leg, which is actually a big deal versus the other position, which is like 120% on the back foot. Then that means that 500 pounds is distributed on one leg versus 250 pounds. The goal is to get as much weight even between both feet as soon as possible. Moral of the story is if you can take off on a balanced position on a jump, you're gonna land in balanced position. If you take off out of balance, you're gonna be out of balance. Math, science. Okay, what else we got in here? Jason, what's up, dog? How we doing, dude? Appreciate you popping in. Appreciate you popping in. Let's go. Trying to answer as many questions as possible. What else we got in here? I have a picture from Big Snow of our blossoms hanging out together in the hallway. No way, dude. That's funny. Dude, Eric, I love that, dude. That's sick. Nathan says 2 back surgeries and a month of PT. Tomorrow is my first day back on snow. Let's go. Dude, I wish you the best. Like, I've definitely had back surgery. I've had 2 hip surgeries. So I've definitely been in that situation. And I'm so excited for you to be back on snow. What an absolute freaking vibe, dude. That's so cool. That is so cool. Let's go, dude. What else we got? What else we got in here? Jose Batista. I wish Tommy would do a black on black to wear daily. I like the colorway for the mountain, but daily wear would be more of my stealthy look. I like the stealthy look too, because sometimes like the reality is like when I'm filming, I need to be able to have enough color to stand out amongst the trees and the woods and low light and rocks. So I definitely need something that's like a little contrasty. But sometimes I want to just be low key. But honestly, like the jacket that I've been rocking like most recently, it's been this jacket. And I feel like this is like low key enough with the green, but also like has some like interesting pattern to it. So I've definitely been like super stoked on this one. Been digging this one. Then I also have another one that's like super bright AF. And with the bright AF is pretty wild too, right? Pretty wild. Okay, what else we got in here? Angry Snowboarder, why are there people promoting that they're experts but using a Tindy as a marketing photo? That's so funny. Steven, let's go. You know, it's so interesting because like that's something I see all the time is like people grabbing Tindy is just like such a funny thing because like if you know, you know, and then you're like, yo, dude, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are you really doing? So I don't know. I thought about posting Tindies too. What else we got? Jose. What else? Yeah, we got this. Actually, snowboarding socks make my feet sweaty, says Josh. Totally. Some people do that, and there's certain like materials that are like better than others. Or I personally love snowboard socks because they don't fall and cramp my toes, right? Okay. Paul says, hi, this year will be my second year snowboarding and I learned fast. Do you think I will make good progression in vacation 1 week snowboarding? 100%. If you're snowboarding from like 9 to open to close, 9 to 4, and then like theoretically you catch last chair at like 3:59, you still get like another 20-minute run. Like you can get a lot done, but I think like it just depends what your goal is. Are you there to go have fun and vibe? Or are you there to like progress? If you're there to go to progress, come in every day with a mission of like, I watched these 5 videos the night before. Here's a notepad. What do I want to work on today? Cool. I'm going to go ride moguls. I'm going to go ride mogul switch. I'm going to go learn to carve. I'm going to like be intentional. And if you want to maximize your progression, the ultimate goal is to either buy my online snowboard lesson that has like a logical progression and step-by-step that you can literally like follow, or you hire an instructor. The reason I made my online snowboard course is because you could hire an instructor that's never instructed and you're their very first client, or they're a seasoned vet and you're spending lots of money. Like a private lesson at Breck or Vail is like $1,600. You just spend $1,600 and you hope you have a good lesson. But the challenge with let's say you get like a 10 out of 10 expert, you have 1 day with them and you remember 1 or 2 things out of 6 hours. So then it's like, so like I created a lesson to solve those problems. Imagine being able to watch the video in a logical progression, a systematical way to learn snowboarding, and the things that are extremely important that I found after 28 years in a systematic way, and you work with somebody you trust. So that's why I created a snowboard lesson. If you go to snowboardingsecrets.com, I have a lesson there. You can check that out, but you can make a lot of progression in a week. 100%. If it's intentional, open to close, bring snacks, have calories, you can get a lot done. 100%. 100%. Yo, let's go. Let's go. What else we got in here? Josh Moore, how much toe and heel is too much? Now, it's going to be an individual case-by-case basis based on your binding and board, but I'm going to do my best to illustrate something. See if we could do this without absolutely destroying everything I have here. I'm going to use this little table. So, theoretically, when you have your board, you know it's too much when you're making a heel side turn. If we can see this a little dark. Theoretically, you want to be able to make a high edge angle turn without actually having your high back hit the snow. For me, I can go like this far on a carve without high back touching because I have a kind of an okay like width board, but I have small binding, small feet. Now, if you could only go like this much, then your toe and heel hangover is way too much. I would say you're looking for as much dramatic angle as possible, and a lot of people need a wide board. They need to find a wide board to ride. Same with toes. Like how much turn? Because if you can only turn this much, you're going to be heel cupping out or cupping out like all the time, and you're going to be going down the mountain. You're going to try to stop, and you're going to slip out and fall. You're going to try to make a turn, you're going to fall. You're going to try to carve, you're going to fall. So like I would do that test. Like how much angle can I actually get? But also consider when you're making a turn, you're not floating on the surface of the snow. You might be sinking in, so that angle and the high back touch is actually going to slightly change. So you want to make sure that you have enough. You know what I mean? Nep, let's go from China, dude. That's freaking sick. Let's go, boss, dude. I want to go to China so bad. I want to go to the new. Like, I want to go to the new indoor snow place. Steven says, where did it go? Spend lots of money on a private lesson at Breck, and the instructor was a 0. And that's like the challenge. It's like once you find a good instructor, there's great instructors out there. There's amazing instructors out there. And I think Steven's making a joke, but there's validity to it, right? If you find an amazing instructor can be a game changer. I run a summer camp. People seem to love summer camp. I put a lot of heart, a lot of energy, a lot of like thought into it. Some people love summer camp. And it's like really about like having like the best people that you can. And let's see what else was I gonna say. But like it's definitely risky. I think I got the joke though. I see that. Let's go. Let's see. Sorry, I'm a fan here. You able to answer my question? Scroll up and you'll find it. Oh, okay. My vote is pink, black combo tech hoodie. However, pattern. Until then, I like my solid pink. Wait, that's not the right person. Let's see. That was Eric, dude. The solid pink. I freaking love it. Let's go. Baker, what's up, dog? Your videos have been very insightful on my progression. Keep up the good work. Let's go! Dude, I appreciate that, dog. Let's go. Love that you love it, dude. Let's go. Stun. I'm trying to find your question, but I don't know if I can find it. Type it again. Copy, paste, type it again, and I'll be able to see it. I can't find it. I appreciate that. Steven says, Tommy's summer camp coach staff is the best. We definitely have a diverse group of people, which I think makes it way better. I don't want just a bunch of like Tommy Bennett's out there trying to throw gnarly tricks the whole time. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, we need like people who actually want to coach. A lot of other programs will get people who just want to go snowboard and don't care about coaching, and then they get paid to go snowboard and coach, but then they just go snowboard and don't coach. So it can be like super frustrating. I've had a lot of people, like some of my best promotion for my camp is other people going to other camps having a miserable experience, and they're like, we want to try yours. I'm like, try it out. We just run it differently. Whiteboards indeed. Felix, what up, dog? Okay, what do you think of the clue step in bindings? Have you tried them out? So I've never tried the clue bindings. I've just seen quite a bit of different I've seen definitely quite a bit of different reviews on it, and some people like super into them. Some of the quality is not there. I've heard a lot of people struggling with some quality stuff. I would say if you're looking for like step-ons, like I personally have rode the Burton step-ons, and it's super intuitive, and they spent millions of dollars and lots of years investing it. I would check out those, to be honest, for sure. Jacob trying to hit Big Bear this weekend. I love Big Bear. By the way, follow Jerry's Bear Mountain if you're going to Big Bear. Jerry's Big Mountain on Instagram. One of the most amazing God tier accounts you'll ever follow. My buddy runs it. I'm not going to tell you who, but friggin' amazing account. Haven't snowboarded since I was 8, turning 19 Thursday. Happy birthday. Bought an icon as well as a board. Ready to go as much as possible to get this year. Tips for early season ice / fake snow. Can you check out my question above? All right, so a couple things when it comes to riding ice, there's like 2 big things that you want to do. One, make sure your belly button is as stacked over the edge as possible. And what I mean by that is, imagine you're on your hillside edge, you're sliding down, and you're just like, woo, right? You're on a hillside side slip, which we do all the time. We're going in the lift line, whatever. So in that position, when you're going over ice, if your belly button is super far here, then that means you're out of balance, and that's all that takes is that ice to be a little bit, and you're gone. So you're gonna be cooked. So when I ride ice, I will actually sink my belly button down and try to be low, lift up my toes to get a higher edge angle, but notice that I'm in a more stacked position. That's gonna be like number 1. That's gonna be a big deal. Number 2, do your best to just read the terrain. Anytime you see texture in the snow, that's going to be more likely to have friction or be more manageable. Anytime it's super shiny, that's when you're more likely to encounter ice. So then you're almost playing like a game of Frogger, or being able to go from like this spot, and then I'm trying to like maybe point my board straight down the hill to another safe spot. So I'm trying to dodge those icy spots. Those are 2. Number 3 is I personally love having a sharper edge, because on ice, a sharper edge creates more friction. Friction allows us to have control. Imagine you're on an icy run and you have dull edges and you're on like a trash bag. There's no friction, you're gonna slide away. But if we could have cleats with ice grippers, we're gonna be able to have grip. So the same thing applies here. If we can have that, we're gonna have a better chance of having success on those icy conditions. So that's what I would do. But I think it's this one. I don't think I have a video on ice, but I do have a video on this. Hold on. I think maybe it's this. Oh, maybe it's this. Okay, there's this one right here, this video. This video right here. So it's a little bit older video, but it's still like really good video. So it's like how to snowboard fast and control. You can literally just type in like Tommy Bennett fast and you'll find some stuff. In this video, I literally talk about like how to go fast, how to be in body positions. Even though it doesn't apply to ice, it does apply to this body position that we're talking about. Let's see if we can just, oh, is it over here? Sorry for the, this is the body position I'm talking about. Look how my board and body are super far behind. I'm gonna fall off. But as I talk about like here, I can be in more like notice that I'm in like a balanced position, I'm low. Belly button's exactly what I just described. So it's like that. Now I'm going to be able to not fall. So that's like a video that would have some body positions and skills that relates to ice. But I don't think I've made an ice video. The reason I haven't made an ice video is because like in Colorado, we really don't have ice. So I'm not exactly sure. I think that I just get roasted like, Tommy, that's not even ice. So I need to go to the East Coast to get some like ice stuff. Does that make sense? Stun, what up? Okay, here we go. Here's the question. Let's go. In 18 days, I'm from Germany, and I'm going to 1 advanced skier, and 3 are just starting for the first time, and I'm okay with snowboarding. How do I help those 3 to get it? Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, the most ideal way, Stun, is to honestly get a lesson for them, but if that's just not an option, here's like my absolute best advice. Watch this. We're gonna do this. This is great. I love referring to my YouTube videos because I go in such like nerd and visual demonstrations so that you can have a resource to come back to because I'm not gonna be here answering all your questions forever. So if you go to just type this in, Tommy Bennett day 1, okay? Ultimate guide to your first day snowboarding, levels 1 through 3 progression. In this video, I literally break down everything from how to know if you're switch or regular, how to strap in your binding, what are the name of the nose, the tail, the ankle, the heel, the blah, blah, blah. So then there's that. Okay, and then what do we do? How do I get somebody to, oh, look at that Benetech, let's go. That is a throwback. So then I like teach you like how to skate, regular, switch. Like there's all this like resources, like all this like stuff, switch and regular. So this video right here, I would definitely say like you watch it, have them watch it, and then on hill, you'll know exactly how do I go from like this step to this step to this step. So that's like day one. Let's just say they're day one. I go through everything from how to strap in, how to turn, like how to strap in, how to maneuver your board one-footed, how to ride the magic carpet. Then I teach you how to like side slip, toe side, heel side, and I even teach you how to start doing single turns, one heel side, one toe side. And then there's this day, type in day 2. This one's really good too. Type in day 2. Now day 2 is going to be beginner lesson day 2. Now in this video, we're going to be covering S turns, which means we're linking a C turn and a C turn together to get actual S turns. And we're gonna learn how to ride the chairlift, and we're gonna start learning how to navigate the actual mountain. We're actually like navigating the mountain. So we're actually now linking turns. You can get somebody to like do a toe side turn, get somebody to do a heel side turn. So I literally like break everything down in that video. I think that's gonna be your best resource for to study, for them to watch, and for you to refer back to. And there's a reason I made those videos is because I want people to be like, I don't know how to snowboard. Well, guess what? Now you do. Now you do. So hopefully that helps out. Like, that's going to be a big deal. If you can get them a lesson, get them a lesson. Jacob! You just said you're a membership? Well, dude, it says Jacob just gifted a membership? Are you serious? What a freaking legend, dude. Let's go. Mike T, now with a membership. Let's go, dude. I appreciate that. Let's freaking go. You guys are freaking legends in here, seriously. I appreciate you guys hanging out, vibing. What do y'all think of the 3 o'clock time? The 3 o'clock time, sick, not sick? Let me know. Is this playing in the background? No. Okay, that'd be weird if there's a video playing in the background the whole time. Currently, we're... Go funny. Sam says, I'm currently remodeling the toe of my boots with microwave rice socks and have any do-it-yourself molding horror stories. No, I don't really have any horror stories, to be honest. What I used to do is I would jump, and I haven't done this in a minute, but I would jump in my hot tub, and then I would do like, I would just get in my hot tub, and then I would squish my knee to my toe and just go like, squish, 1, 2, 3, 4. I would do that 100 times on each foot, and then my boots would like break in, and I'd probably kill about 20% of my life of my boots, but then it means the day one I'm riding, I feel great. So, yeah, that's a great question, dude. That's funny. Felix says, I got a new custom board that's a 32 centimeter waist with a 9 meter side cut. Oh, interesting. That's an interesting combo. I like it, dude. That's freaking sick. Jacob! Definitely nervous to get on Jerry's a Bear Mountain this weekend, dude. Dude, Jacob, if you do, tag me, bro. That's fantastic. My buddy runs the account. And it's so funny because we always talk about how my whole channel and livelihood is trying to prevent people from being on Jerry's Bear Mountain. And then he's like trying to just, you know, make Jerry's Bear Mountain like pop off and stuff. So I think it's just so funny because like it's just like we're the exact opposite. I don't want to see people get hurt. I'm trying to see people having a good time. And he's like, oh, more people getting hurt, the better the video. And I'm like, dude, that's toxic but funny for sure. Stan also says, we are going to be 7 days there and hope I will have fun and have hurt myself actually last season and I have to be able to get away in a helicopter because you were injured. That's so gnarly. I hope you're okay. That sounds gnarly. I wish you the best. You got this. You got this. What do you do about your edges for board slides? Says JT. Is it JJ actually? It's uppercase, lowercase. Do you have them razor sharp and hope you don't catch it on a rail, or do you do teen at all? That's a great question, and I'm about to do another video of like how to wax. I think I'm gonna probably gonna film the video. I think I'm gonna film the video tomorrow, and I'm gonna put out 2 different videos this week. I'm hoping, because I'm trying to get it back on that YouTubular train because I've been dropping the ball a little bit. So what I end up doing, I'm trying to like demonstrate this the best. So what I do is I will actually have this edge that's like obviously right here. This edge, I flare it up 2 degrees. So imagine this edge, instead of being flush, is actually up 2 degrees. and it's called a base bevel. Now the whole theory is, let's just say that I'm like sliding flush on this box. Well, if my edge is actually flared up, that means as I'm sliding, I have 2 degrees of buffer or room for error before I actually like eat it and crash and fall. So by doing that, my edge is not flush with the box or the rail. It's actually flared up, and that allows me to have more confidence. Yo, Anonymous with a $5 donation. Let's go. Over there. Boom. $5 donation, dude. Who'd that be? Who'd that be? I can give you a spin to win, bro. Appreciate the $5, dude. Let's go. Dude, what a freaking legend, dude. Appreciate the $5 donation. I could probably find out who this is. Yo, Anonymous, dude. Yo, I appreciate that a lot, dude. That's sick. $5 donation. Should I give you a freaking spin? Hey, we're gonna give a nice little spin here. It says don't grab Tunde. But with that said, we got a 2-degree base bevel, and the biggest thing that I would suggest you do when you're doing a 2-degree base bevel is I have a shop do the 2-degree base bevel, and then I'll match the edge with a 2-2. So it's 2-degree base, 2-degree side. So I still have a sharp 90-degree edge. It just happens to give me a little bit more room for error. So when I'm like riding rails, I don't die. And if I die, it's on me, not necessarily on the equipment. If that makes sense. Got any tips for doing a regular backflip off jumps? I would definitely say the biggest thing with doing regular backflips off jumps is, one, try to have as much experience prior as possible, whether it's in like foam pits, airbags, trampolines, powder. I don't know why that word was lost to me. Powder. So you just like have a bunch of experience, but when it comes time to doing it on a jump, what's great about a jump is it's predictable. Yo, with another $5 donation, dude, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna get to that donation here in a hot second. Give me 1 second. 1 second, please. Let me finish this answer, and then we're going to get to the donation. I appreciate that. Let's go. All right, so then with the backflip, at least when you're doing it in the park, it's like predictable. You're going to have a predictable takeoff. You're going to be able to repeat it. Super cool. I would definitely say you're going to make sure that you're committed. Riding into it, do a couple straight air runs. Cool. I know that I need to do 1 speed check or 2 turns into it, and then I can backflip and then commit to it. And the biggest thing is like as you pop, I love to pop, and at the top of my pop is when I flip. So let's just like, so I'm like low, and then I'm extending, and then I flip. The reason I do that is so that I don't smack my head on the lip. Imagine there's a lip, and I just go like this. This is the lip right here. And I pop off, and look how easy it is for me to like almost hit my head, right? But if I go like this, extend, then go, I'm like way away from it. And the reason I do this is like I had a friend of mine absolutely smack his head on a lip of a jump. So make sure you pop, extend, flip. That's going to be like the absolute jam. And then get somebody to film it. That's definitely going to be my advice for you, my dude. Yo, Jacob with a freaking $5 donation. Let's go, dude. Was there any words to this? Either my app is absolutely not giving me words or there was no words. So I appreciate the $5 donation. We're going to give Jacob a spin to win a sticker. That was so close. Absolutely robbed. I turned this so that it doesn't have the reflection. There we go. I have like a ginormous light here, a ginormous light, and you can tell by my eyeballs. There we go. All right, awkward, right? They say that if you don't have lights like there, when you're doing like videos, it looks like you're dead because your eyes don't like shine. Because like normally when you're outside, like sun's out there and stuff. I don't know. You look like an alien or something, or a freaking something. All right, we're getting back into the chickadee chat. Let's go. What else we got in here? Yo, Steven with a $10 donation. No way. Okay, you are 1,000% correct. And big shout out for Steven, dude. Steven has like the special TV icon from like thousands of years of supporting the channel, dude. Let's go. What a boss. Also, weekday riding is the best. 100%. It's like a significant difference. And at Copper, there's like a bunch of training programs. So there's like these local teams that have like all these skiers, all these snowboarders training to be like really awesome skiers and snowboarders. And on Mondays, they're not there. So yesterday I was riding the park. I think it was like freaking incredible. Today there's like 50 people on top of the drop-in, and you're like, bro. And the worst part is like no one's going. They're all waiting for their coaches, or they're like sitting around like, waiting for my buddy to get down there to film. And it's like, so 30 people, 40 people, 50 people just standing around. And like we got up there today, and it was literally like, we literally got up there, and it was like, we're like in the back of the pack, and we're like literally sat there for 4 minutes and watched not a single person drop. And I'm like, you guys, I get real impatient in my age. Steven has been supporting a long time, but he's 21. Just saying. Steven's 21, supporting for a long time. I appreciate it. I think I'm spinning the wrong way. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Let's go. Close. Yeah, I appreciate that donation. Josh says, sorry, that was me with a $5 donation. No idea why it said anonymous. Anonymous, Josh. Dude, let's go. I don't know why. Sometimes I think it's when you like, I don't know. You click a button. I don't know. So, dang. Yo, I appreciate the $5 donation, dude. Let's freaking go. $10 donation. Everybody's vibing tonight. Let's go. Do you guys like the 3 o'clock time? Or should I do like 7 o'clock time? You guys let me know in the chat. What is the biggest tip for somebody who is about to try a red for the first time, but is petrified? Nathan, are you in Europe? Question mark. Yeah, dude. Stoked to head up out. Anybody who's riding like gnarly steep terrain, number one is making sure that you have like really solid body positions and that you absolutely know that you can stop. That's one. Can I absolutely go from like 50 miles an hour and stop immediately, stay in control and not crash? That's a big sign. 2, is my equipment ready? I don't want to be going into this like high alpine gnarliness, but actually, you know what? I got a freaking video. I filmed this video last year. Let's go. Okay, check this out. This one, I'm gonna try to find it. You guys can come along for the ride. Okay, so you go in here and just type in like alpine. Boom, this one, 24 tips for snowboarding steeps and high alpine terrain. This did not get the love it should have because it was like really, it's like 5,000 views. Like, are you kidding me? I put so much heart and energy, but more importantly, this is a great video. I break this up into like chapters. It's got like bindings and conditions and weather and like beacons and like all sorts of stuff. Like this stuff is like incredible. And then I actually talk about like how to turn down this stuff, like how to actually like plan your route. Like I went up to like Bridger Bowl, rode some of the steepest, gnarliest stuff I've ever rode in my life and still need to ride more. And like I put so much work into editing in this thing. And then unfortunately, no one saw it because it was like late season. A lot of late season videos don't pop off because no one's caring about snowboarding because like most resorts are closed. But type in that. Tommy Bennett Alpine. This video is fantastic, dude. You'll freaking love it. This has everything you need. Ever. All in one place. Okay, yeah. So, Nathan, the reason I knew that is because in America, the United States, where I'm from, we have like green runs, blue runs, black runs, double blacks, triple blacks, and sometimes it says like extreme, like EX terrain with a diamond on it and red and blah, blah, blah. With that said, so that's when you said red trail, I was like, oh, I know what that means. When you have a red trail, it's definitely like European. So that's cool. That's super sick. And so that video right there, high alpine, is definitely going to be the jam, dude. You're going to have so much fun. I'm so jealous. And I would definitely make sure that your edges are sharp, that you're ready to go. If you're not much of a park rider, I definitely would say like sharp edges gives you as much friction, especially on high alpine. It's such like a good thing to have. The more friction you have, the better control you're going to have as well. As a learner, what should I be careful of or aware of when I hit the slopes for the first day? Any unspoken rules and tips? Risker MB. Yeah, there's a couple different things I would definitely say is going to be importante. One being dress appropriate. This is like, if you've never snowboarded before, there's a couple different things like when it comes to dressing is like, you don't want to be so hot you're miserable, but if you're shaking cold and miserable, like you're not stoked. So I would definitely make sure you have like some basics down, which is like a nice beanie to cover your ears, cover your face. You want a neck tube or neck warmer and I can show you real quick on this just so that you like have a reference of what I'm talking about. So you have like a neck warmer that's going to be able to go around your neck just like this. So this is going to be able to lift up, and you can put it over your nose or put it over your ears, put it over your face. It's going to protect you from the sun and harsh conditions. This is my company, so if you're interested in picking up some stuff, the link's going to be down below. We also have hats, or there also, I would definitely say hats. And then when you're layering up your jackets and stuff, I like to find a jacket that has pit vents or pit vents. And that means that you can just like essentially just let some of the air wick out or get like the moisture out. So you're definitely looking for that. We do have some jackets on the site, but I don't want this all to be about my company, right? I would say I like base layers. Merino wool base layers are definitely by far the best because they are really good with wicking moisture, but at the same time, they are super comfortable and they don't smell. Other things to know about your very first day, and definitely if you guys have other advice, type in the chat about that. But I would definitely say other things is like, make sure you're going to appropriate terrain and don't be hesitant to ask people where to go. Hey, I'm a beginner, never snowboarded, where should I go? They're like, at Keystone, you go all the way up to the top of the gondola and it's like this easy run. It's super beautiful. At Copper, it says it's a green run. You go to this run and then you go down. It's actually not a green at all. It's like a lot of blues. It's stupid, super steep. It's like not a good experience for a beginner, but there's a whole nother section of the mountain that's like 10 out of 10 would recommend for learning, but a lot of people don't know about it, so don't be hesitant to ask. Other unspoken rules: make sure you know how to ride the chairlift before riding the chairlift. And if you're like never rode a chairlift, make sure you're in a beginner area for chairlift. There's a lot of beginner slopes or like designated beginner areas that are going to help you learn, and then the lifties can help you, or they can slow it down. If you have the opportunity, I would definitely take a lesson, or just type in Tommy Bennett first day, Tommy Bennett second day. I have a bunch of videos there. I also have one other resource that I'm definitely going to self-promote here. Hold on real quick. This right here. There we go. This right here, I do have an online lesson, but if you scroll here, I have a beginner's course where literally is your first day. You've never been snowboarding, I got you covered. Setting expectations, how to dress, what gear do you need, gear breakdown, snowboard stance, setup, rules, how to navigate the mountain, learning terminology, understanding how to read the trail map, how to strap in, how to start moving, how to turn, how to ride chairlift, and so much more. I made a lesson, and you can find it here on like, you can see it here at snowboardingsecrets.com. I made a beginner lesson. You can literally pay, instead of paying an instructor, pay somebody you know you trust for the lesson. And then as we go here, this is actually one of my athletes. How cool is that? That's Jordan Grickle. She's one of my athletes, absolutely killing it. She got invited to a Red Bull event, and the event before that, she won like $1,000. Like, big shout out to her. So yeah, this would include like all that. So you would actually go for the beginner pass. Now this pass lasts for a full year, so you're gonna have a bunch of nerd. And then if you're interested in upgrading, you can upgrade. But we do have like a beginner intermediate. We also have like an orange pass, which is gonna be like our freestyle stuff. So there's like a whole bunch of nerd there. Check out Snowboarding Secrets, and I've literally put like a systematic way to learn how to snowboard. Pretty freaking stoked on it. Pretty freaking hyped on it. But that's what I would say for all of that. What else do we have in here? Not trying to be controversial at all. I'm new to snowboarding in the snowboard community, but is there a reason people don't like Jonathan Buckhouse? Genuinely curious. It's not really known, but Jonathan and I used to be like really good friends, and then we had a falling out, which I'm not going to discuss. I think there's some times where people really like his stuff. It's very entertaining. And there's a lot of people that he does some stuff that just creates controversy and says some stuff that may not be accurate to get a response out of people, and tends to like almost like rubs people the wrong way, whether it's intentional or not. It just kind of like rubs people the wrong way, which is like self-induced, right? So I think like a lot of people don't resonate with it, and it kind of like causes some challenges, but at the same time, like, he's doing his thing, and yeah, so I don't know if I'm the best source to really answer that question, because I'm not trying to like start drama, cause beef, like do all this stuff. Like, I'm not a big fan of that. Like, him and I had a falling out. We just don't even talk to each other. Like, it is what it is. Like, that kind of thoughts. Yeah. What is the future goal with Benetech? It's high quality. Could you see yourself sponsoring events, or just want to be a small ran thing? That's a great question. No, I honestly want to have there's like two big things. One thing is like, when I was younger, I rode for Oakley, and I'll get to the full circle story in a second. But I was riding for Oakley, On Fire, Solomon, all these sponsored companies, and I remember getting a piece of like brand new gear. I'd get like a new goggle. So I get this goggle, and like to me, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like so exciting. I'm so excited to go snowboarding. And then when I did go snowboarding, I put it on and I had all this confidence. I felt good. I felt like I was riding better than ever. And I was like, oh my gosh, like how do I create that feeling to more people? And the reality is like, I'm not gonna be able to snowboard and do YouTube forever. I've had 2 hip surgeries, broken back. I need a wrist surgery, blah, blah, blah. So I wanna share that love and that passion, that excitement for snowboarding, and doing it through gear is really fun. Like, like in our like Benetech HQ, we talk about this all the time. Like my girlfriend / wife, she's really my wife. My wife will go out and walk the dog, and she's like testing out the puffy jacket or testing out a jacket. And she's like, the zipper needs to be a ½ inch over here. Or I don't like this, or this is happening. So it's like, we live at 9,140 feet. So like we're testing out product constantly. And it's like really fun because like one of the things, we got like new jackets in, and I was like, it's a blizzard. It's -3 degrees. And all I want to do right now is go outside. And that's like the stoke, the share, the love that I want people to have with the gear. So that's like one thing, is like sharing the love. Like my body's not going to be able to do this forever, but I want to be able to share the love, get people excited about skiing and snowboarding, being outside, being in the winter. And like, just imagine the people that are like bummed they're stuck inside because the weather sucks. Like for us, we thrive in those weathers. Oh, let's go. Oh, hi, this is the wifey. Let's go. You can hang out if you want. You want to come hang out? She said no. I mean, you can. So she's not fake. I really do have a wife. But so that's like, first and foremost, is like, I want to do that. Secondly, I definitely want to I want to have this brand be global. And it's already like, we already sell international, but I want this brand to be a big thing. I really want to employ people. I really want to get the name out there. I really want to compete against these brands and do it my way. Cause like, there's certain things that I just think like, oh, what's really cool, like a little different. Like we're able to just test things out and try things out and do a lot of cool stuff because of where we live and being like in the heart of the mountains. So I want to be able to go do that on like a bigger and bigger scale. Plus like low key, I want to have like my own proprietary material blend that changes the game. Like, so I know it's going to cost like millions of dollars down the road in like 10 years, but I want to have a blend that is like incredible, that other people are paying me to have this blend that's crazy amazing, right? And like for me, I tend to like be extremely ambitious, and it's not a matter of like if I can do it, it's a matter of how do I figure it out. So like, yeah, I want to compete against the big brands, and people like even like close to me are like, yeah, I don't know about that. And I'm like, that's your limited belief, that's your attitude. I don't agree with you. And I'm very like adamant about like, why not create a competitive material that's like the best on the market? Like, it's possible. Yeah, it's gonna take millions of dollars in 10 years in research and development, right? But like, why not? Why not create that? So then my mindset right now is, how do I get there? What do I need to do? So I'm starting to look into like other manufacturers and looking into sourcing materials, and like, yeah, that might be a 10 year goal, but like, I'm not going to wait 10 years to try to figure it out, or I'm not going to wait in 10 years to figure it out. Like, let me start figuring it out now, because I need to start now. I need to start understanding the material science of things. I need to understand how these molecules work. And okay, now, cool, what is this versus that? And like, is it doable? Yes. Is it hard? Of course. But for me, like, I would rather shoot for the stars and hit the moon than just not do anything. So that's just like me. Like, I'm super like ambitious, and I just want to like create a product that gets people so excited to be outside. That's the mission. Steven, I wanted to say explicitly. Yeah. Have I ever been to Ski, Santa Fe? I have not. Or Taos. I have not. I haven't been to either of those. Let's see. Yeah, the goggles of fire, just have to make sure to take the inside protective film off, says Jose Bautista. You guys want to see something really funny? You guys want to hear a story? Okay, I don't even know what lenses these are. So we're gonna grab a brand new random lenses here in a little bit. I'm gonna sell like single use lenses that comes with the case. So check this out. This is a lens. This is a lens. Now, I'm going to show you something first, then we're going to talk about how dramatic it is, okay? Do you find that to be clear? Okay, relatively clear, right? It's not terrible. But there's a plastic, you can see it at the right angle. There's a plastic piece right here. Look at this. So imagine going snowboarding for 4 runs in low light conditions on the dark goggles and being like, I don't know, these goggles aren't that sick. I don't know. Take the frickin' film off. This is not Jose. This is Jose's significant other. So what you should theoretically do is this will pop up and then you would peel this off, right? And I'm only going to peel it a little bit, but then like it's so much clearer than what we were seeing before, right? Like, holy cow. So I'm not going to do it because these are brand new and I need to sell these. But imagine snowboarding and not taking the inside protective layer off. How funny is that? How funny. And so we're all on the chairlift, and it's so funny because Jose's significant other was like, Jose, I don't like these goggles. They're not that good. And then really quietly, and she's like, can I have your goggles? And he was like, okay, grabs the goggles, takes the lenses off, and was like absolutely like, this is why they're like terrible. It was so funny. So funny. Jason, I bought and used your goggles, dude. I appreciate that, dude. I've been super pumped on the goggles for sure. Jacob says, investors, question mark? So no. So here's an interesting thing for now. So like, for me, I don't have an investors, and the whole entire company is funded by me, my dollar, and any revenue generated by the business, okay? Now that could be like a double-edged sword. What I don't want to have is the pressure of an investor saying, we need to sell and you need to save money on this. Now we have like, let's just say I have like this jacket. This jacket, and let's say this is like a hypothetical situation. Let's say we could save 50 cents per jacket if we use different zippers. Well, somebody would want me to save 50 cents per zipper on 1,000 jackets, right? All of a sudden it becomes like a decent amount of money. You just saved some money. But what if this was added $5 per zipper times 1,000 jackets? Like then, right? So I right now would rather have no one tell me what to do and spend the extra $1, spend the extra $3, spend the extra $5 on better zippers so that you have a better customer experience versus somebody pressuring me to cut costs. I'm like, no, the end goal is to have my friend Joey, big shout out to Joey. He says it's like all about the customer delight. It's the experience of the customer. And that's like things that I learned last year that I didn't do things right. And this year, like, have definitely made significant improvements. Such as like, I needed to, and this is like, I hope you guys don't mind me just randomly rambling here, but like, I'm editing a video every day for YouTube. And somebody emails me, hey, I have a question. I'm like, I need to answer this email, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning because I've just spent the last 8 hours editing. I'm going to bed or answer an email. And unfortunately, I'd be like, I can get to it in the morning. So then like that may be delayed, right? That question may be delayed. So now my wife's handling all the customer service side of stuff. Hillary's handling all the creative design, and then my job is to like create content, get people hyped, and then manage the website. So like now that I've like distributed the workload, it's like a better customer delight. Now, what if I added zippers? Well, that's customer delight. Like I want investors. I don't want investors because I definitely want to own 100% of the company, but at some point I may need $500,000 to invest in goods. Like that's like a big challenge is like, okay, I need to buy 1,000 jackets. Let's just say like the cost of the jackets is like $200. It's not, but just for mathematical sake, it's $200 times 1,000, right? Okay. Now we're talking like, this is kind of like a little bit of, behind the scenes stuff for like business that I deal with. So it's like 1,000 units times $200. Cool. Y'all know how much that is? That just became an insane amount of money. Now the thing with like 1,000, so a lot of companies require you to do a minimum order quantity. Means you got to order a minimum of 1,000 products. Well, that 1,000 products is only one color. So let's just say I wanted to do, let's just like this example. If I wanted to do this jacket, you have to order 1,000 of them. I didn't, like some require that. So like you have to do like 1,000 of these. Well, what if I wanted 3 different colors? You got to order 3,000 jackets. So you're trying to find like different manufacturers that have different MOQs, and like you have to talk to them and blah, blah. So then at some point you're like, I want to do 5 colors. That just became $1 million. So like at some point I'd like to get there, and I'm hopefully trying to, like, every dollar that I raise, every dollar I generate through Benetech is either paying staff or I'm using it for reinvesting in inventory. So then the last couple of years, essentially I like doubled as far as like inventory, and we still need to double, but then also still need to be able to sell. Like, imagine, like, dude, like Burton probably does like 50,000 units of between everything. I'm just guessing. That also means you have to like sell 50,000 units. That's pretty crazy. If you're able to do that, you can make some good money, but you still got to be able to acquire customers. You still got to be able to sell it. So like the more I'm learning about all this, the more excited I am, and the more I'm like super pumped on everything. So it's definitely like been a really sick learning process. Like so stoked on it. Yeah, outside pressure can definitely make things really tough, for sure. Yeah, Kong. Yeah, honestly, valuing customers and valuing having a genuine good product is always the best way to to be successful in terms of sales. I truly believe that, and maybe not profit, but for sales for sure. Like, it's definitely like a really fun thing to like understand is like just understanding like the customer and the customer journey and like what I'm trying to achieve from it. And like, yeah, right now I need to spend the extra dollar to do all that stuff. And then eventually I'll be able to spend the extra dollar and another $3 on elevating that. And we had some like really cool ideas on a couple things, but weren't really able to get there. But like we wanted to do these like really fancy boxes, but that was like $10 a box. And I'm like, ooh, for a box, I don't know yet, maybe next time. But maybe just like I'm just doing my best to create as much good customer experience as possible. And we're gonna have our ups, we're gonna have our downs, we're gonna have our challenges, but overall doing my best to absolutely have like really good customer experiences. Let's go. When Benetech goes big and goes public, I'll buy some shares, dude. I appreciate that. Who knows? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. You explained to me that on IG the MOQs, and it definitely helps understand. Yeah, Jacob, I remember the conversation. Yeah, it's interesting, right? There's like so much to it, but that's also like something I want to do. Like, I love learning, I love progressing, I love like getting better. So me being able to learn about the industry in a different way, learn about marketing and sales a different way. Like, I just love learning and growing and watching YouTube videos and getting nerdy. Like, I really enjoy just like geeking out. Like, that stuff is like pretty fun and exciting to me. So yeah, definitely like super fun for sure. Let's see what else. What's your opinions on butt pads, hip pads, greeting from Switzerland? Dude, I love wearing butt pads. I usually wear butt pads, like butt pads, hip pads, because like I fall a lot, right? So it's definitely like a really good idea. Definitely not a bad thing. Mora, let's go, dude. You already have custom wrapping and plastic. They make your product look way more premium. Let's go, dude. No way. I'm super stoked for that. Let's go. Let's go. Calvin says, "Hey Tommy, I'm just curious why I don't see many people wearing your brand at Keystone. Those hoodies are great and sick. I have 4 tech hoodies and a pair of goggles, by the way." I know, you're a freaking legend, dude. One thing that the challenge at the end of the day is just getting my product in front of as many people as possible. So it's like if my website could have 1 million people on it a winter, it would be life changing, right? And that's like a big part of it is like I still need to be able to grow, like getting people to see the product. And they say that people need to see the product 7 times before they're interested in buying. So that means like I spend $1, you see it once. I spend another $1, it's another. So all of a sudden it's like I got to spend a lot of money to get people to see it, and it's got to be at the right time that people see it. So I think just like a lot of people need to be seeing the product, and then a lot of people just got to like see it out and about and be like, oh, that's sick. And then I think it's gonna snowball, and it's gonna like grow, and it's gonna like happen. And I definitely want to do it organically, and I want to do it right, and I want to like figure it out. That's for sure. I definitely want to figure it out and just like get people to see the product. Like last year we had like 70,000 people go to our website. Sick. This year I need 250,000 people to go to my website. Like I need people seeing my website as much as possible, and seeing the gear, and trusting it, and seeing the reviews, and having a buddy. So it's just like, at the end of the day, it's like that. But I'm also competing against Burton and Patagonia and North Face and Arc'teryx, which is totally fine. I'm totally okay with the competition side of things. So it's just like, continuing to put good products out there, getting people excited, making good gear, unique gear, and getting it out there. And it will blow up, but it takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work on my end. It's a lot of work on my team. It's a lot of like creating relationships and nurturing and getting people excited and seeing it. And there's like a lot to it. And so there's definitely lots of plans of us expanding. So it's going really well. But I'd love to 10x, right? I'd love to absolutely 10x, 20x, 100x, a million x our company for sure. Yeah, we don't. The reason why is because we don't see the bird logo on your product. It says Dan. You're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. Tommy, got any plans to go to Tahoe this season? I might do a Tahoe trip at the end of the year. I have a friend of mine. Me and my friend Joey want to do like a end of season April trip, and that could actually be really fun. And my friend Joey loves like meetups and socializing, and like he's such a vibe, so it could be something really fun that I'll bring up for sure. Big Ben Designs, the tech hoodies are sick, dude. You know, I appreciate that. The tech hoodies have been really cool, and I really love the jackets. I love the tech hoodies. Like, yeah, I'm definitely pumped on that for sure. We got to just keep getting people out there, and eventually, like, to really honestly blow Benetech up is people buying my stuff who don't know me and doesn't rely on my face. They're like, that jacket's sick, I want to buy it. That company's sick, I want to buy it. Who's Tommy Bennett? I have no idea. That's the goal. That's when my company really blows up, is when people are buying it and have no idea who I am. And so there's definitely some tactics and some stuff that I'm doing to try to get there, but that's also going to take time for sure. Would you let the fans know if I go to Tahoe? I want to do some more stuff where it's like meet and greet, or at least just be like, hey, let's meet, let's take a couple like turns and do stuff. I definitely want to do more stuff like that. Historically, I haven't, because I'm pretty introverted and shy. So it's like, I would rather just hide in a corner and go snowboard and not let anybody know, but that's just my own insecurity / my own like introvertedness. So yeah, that's definitely something I want to do this year, is just like push that social boundaries for me a little bit more for sure. Do I like Mammoth on 5-hour drive, but don't know if it's worth the drive compared to Big Bear? Jacob, honestly, I love Mammoth, and there's so many people who do the drive from LA to Mammoth that you may end up finding, okay, hold on, we're going to do this real quick, but you may end up finding a ride share type thing. Hold on real quick. I'm going to do this. I want to bring this up real quick. This is like one, and like a rideshare thing could be like super awesome. Where is it? Let's just do this real quick. So I actually have a Discord community, and Discord essentially is like an opportunity for people to like hang out and chat. So let me move me over real quick. So this is like a cool opportunity. I don't actually play Fortnite, just so you know. So here's like this. So now what's cool about this is you can join my Discord. I think we have like 1,500 people, and you can do this right here. If you scroll down and it says Gear Talk, blah, 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 meetups. We can go to Colorado meetups, and you can literally say like blah, blah, blah. And then there's a way in here. I forget how to do it. Our boy Patrick does have it somewhere. I think he has it like meetups start here. You can actually like create events, and he teaches you up here how to create an event. So type !event in any of the region in text chat. Apollo will message you with instructions on how to set up your event. Once you create it, you'll be able to communicate in the channel and coordinate with anybody who may have signed up. If you follow these, or if you have any questions, please reach out to the mod Patrick. Big shout out to Patrick. He's a freaking legend. Big shout out to him. So if you're interested, like, oh, we're gonna do a Tahoe or California. There might be a California one in here. Let's just say like Tahoe or Mammoth. It might be whatever. So you can just type in like whatever event. I probably didn't do this right, but you can like literally, I'm going to delete that real quick, but you can literally create an event, and then people could be like, oh my gosh, we're going to whatever place, and then you can find friends to go with, and then it makes the, like, it makes the commute better, because you have like people to hang out with and go. Imagine being able to go to Tahoe or Mammoth without actually needing to like drive by yourself. That could be really cool. The other thing, it's kind of risky if you're like, I don't know if I really want to do that. There is a, there's no coming events. There is like a, hold on. Why am I missing this? I'm trying to find the share. I'm trying to share this Discord. Why, what am I doing? I think it's because there's all this pressure of you guys sitting here watching me try to figure this out. Let me figure this out real quick. But if you got any other questions, definitely pop them in the chickadee chat, because we're going to be vibing. Also, I am going to post some new videos this week, which I'm actually super excited about. We're going to do a wax video coming up really, really soon. We're also going to be doing a Is Park Dangerous / Why You Should Ride the Terrain Park, which I'm super excited about both of those. And we are going to find this Jose Bautista. I already did. Let's go! Dude, Jose, where is he? Jose, where did you put it? Jose. Oh, Discord, let's go! Okay, Jose did it. What a god, Jose. Jose is my freaking dude. I appreciate that. Let's go. What? What are we doing? That's so dumb. There we go. Did it work? Okay, well, Jose's got it. If you can see Jose, I'm going to try to... Jose, will you just pop it in like 3 more times so people can get it? Yeah, I should do an at Discord. That's actually a really good call. Maybe, did I get it? Did I get it? Oh, let's go. Just so you'll have that. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's the Discord link for all those that don't have it. Dude. Your hoodies look dope, bro. I'm gonna get one when I re-up, dude. Zach, I appreciate that, dude. We're freaking, I'm so pumped on them. The tech hoodies are so fun, so sick. Big hoods, like just such a vibe. And like, I'm a big fan of these, obviously like, the thing is like, when you're creating a brand in a company, if for me at least, and my wife talks about this all the time, if you don't believe in it, you're not gonna talk about it. You know, but I freaking love this jacket. I've talked about it like 3 times. I love the jacket. This one, I need to wear more. I like this jacket. I'm going to wear this one tomorrow. This jacket's super fun, super vibe. Couple colors. Boom. Pretty sick, right? Let's go. Love these, dude. These jackets are sick, for sure. If you like them, you're going to talk about them. It's getting really hot in my room. Yeah, do a Discord command. Dude, absolutely freaking blowing it, right? Love your content. Hoping to buy some pants from you in the future. Yeah, we're trying to do snowboard pants next year. I think that'd be super, super cool. Yeah, waiting for those Benetech pants to come next year, says Calvin. Let's go, dude, 100%, right? We're trying to do it. Vu's like, oh, we got to do it. I'm like, yeah, 100%. We definitely got it. Any tips on getting over the fear of heel to toe turns? Victor, what up, dog? Heel to toe. 2 big things that has helped me significantly, whether it's me in my own riding or me coaching people, is 1, make sure you're doing knee steering, which is going to allow you to like get that board to actually turn. You're actually going to twist the board and turn. Also, make sure your lead shoulder is there. You're like committed with your body. Now, the biggest challenge that people have is the lead shoulder points this way, but I want to go this way. Well, that's why there's hesitancy. That's why the board's like acting a fool, because you're not on the same page. If you can get your shoulder and your board, everything to work together, that's going to be a lot easier. That's it. And also, like, I have like another video that you could check out is just type in Tommy Bennett in the chat and then just do like edge change. And when you do edge change, the ultimate guide to changing edges, this very first one, ultimate guide to changing edges on a snowboard, I go through like how to change an edge on the snowboard. So this one's really, really sick. The cool thing about YouTube is it's like a search platform, so you can just type in Tommy Bennett, woo, or whatever, I don't know, right? But that, I would say that video is a really awesome resource for you to use. and be able to repeat, study it, pause it, slow motion, rewind, that kind of thing is like super good. But that's what I would do. Fully commit to the body positions. I'd love to see your take on a red jacket next season. What's your favorite color out of the budget this year? Okay, red would be super cool. When I originally did like you'll even see this right here. Red was like my notorious color. Like there's a red hoodie there. There's a red logo there. There's red. There's red. Then there's red. I started doing some other stuff. There's red. Like there's a red puffy jacket from like, it says 3 years ago, but it was really like 4 years ago at this point. Red. Like I'm a big fan of the red, so I definitely think that'd be super cool. So probably not a bad idea. My favorite colorway of this season would probably be this one. I like this colorway. This is my favorite so far this season, 100%. When it looks like this, like this is my favorite. It's has really nice look to it. It's sleek, it's cool, it's functional, but it's loud enough to be good in a video, but quiet enough to be like kind of chill for everyone. You know what I mean? Which I've been really digging that style. And then the other one's super bright for sure. Good night, Jose. Appreciate you for hopping in, dude. We should catch up sometime. Appreciate it, dog. You should hop in with us, but then we're also probably going to uninstall soon, so it doesn't matter. Peace out, Jose Bautista. Yeah. Sick, my dudes. Well, I think I'm going to end that there because I'm getting a headache with all these bright freaking lights, but it's been amazing hanging out with you guys. Appreciate you guys vibing, hanging out, and everything. Check out shopbenetech.com. We got a bunch of stuff. Some stuff's still on sale right now. I'm gonna probably change it in the next couple hours, so if you need a new pair of goggles, definitely check out Benetech for goggles. We actually have a sale right now. Well, the sale's over, but I'll show you real quick. The goggles are two lenses. You get 2 lenses with it, white and this one, or this one. Goggles, $99 right now. So they're actually on sale. They're usually like $299. So I would check out that. And then, yeah, if you're looking for goggles and all that stuff, we got beanies, neck tubes. We have a bunch of, look, sun hoodies, beanies, neck tubes, neck warmers, hats. We got, look at these things. They're cool, right? We got tech hoodies. We even have like some tech hoodies from last year. A lot of these are sold out, but a couple of them still left. We do have a exclusive design. Look at this black one with some lines and a patch. Pretty sick, right? And then we have this white top one. That's the blue and the white. And then we have this one that actually has limited edition. This one has like this patch here. And no outline, so a little bit more low key. So we have a couple like exclusives. We're gonna do more exclusives later. But yeah, pretty fun. And then we got a cool little website. I think this website's like 10 times better than last year. Big shout out to Hillary, Natalie for helping out. Like we do all this on the back end. We take all these photos. She did all the graphic design. I did all this. We have like puffies. We gotta do puffies. We're doing puffies. They're coming soon. Goggles, pretty sick, right? Got a lot of stuff going on. Gloves, mitten, beanies. Dude, we're like a full-blown operation these days. Pretty crazy. All right, well, enough talking about Benetech. If you guys got any questions, definitely come back next week. We're going to be doing some more like Tuesday live streams. I don't know if I'm going to do 7 or this time. Not quite sure what times I want to do everything at. So, yeah, you know, we're still trying to figure this out. Live streams, like people love them, but not a lot of people love them. So we're trying to figure out a way to like get people as stoked as possible, you know? But it's a good time. It's a vibe. I love being able to hang out and vibe with you all. That's pretty fun. What else we got in here? Awesome, dudes. Well, I'm going to end that there. I appreciate you all. And come join me Tuesday next week at 3 o'clock. You guys are amazing. And I'm going to end that there. Hopefully. Dude, let's go. Also, you guys are amazing. Okay, bye.